So we are starting the carpet kit. Yay. I brought in this piece, and I think this piece will look the best over the top. It has all this green edge binding on it. So I don't want it to have too many horizontal, vertical lines all over the place, but it is what it is. So I think I'll start with the kick panels and then do that front piece. Possibly do the transmission hump first. And maybe we'll get the least amount of lines. I don't know. Now I wonder if I should do these first. It's very complicated. Trying to figure out what to lay down first. All right. So now what I don't want is a line here and a line there. You know, let's see how this lays in. This is gonna have to be trimmed. So if that lays in there and comes there, I think this would look better going over the top of it. Since now we got a green line going all the way to the floor straight. So these go in first. Now we have to open this up. There's a channel here. If you open it up slow, shouldn't be an issue with this edge binding. This will be fun. I think I might end up cutting that off. Well, let's see, we could. All right. So this is our point. There's no relief for this edge here, so it just is what it is. So our positioning is going to be on this back piece. What I want to try to do is tuck that whole entire green section in. Okay, let me get a rubber mallet. So I really want to force this corner in. That's nice and tight. Nice and tight. Now pull out. All right, now we got to figure out the seat rail. That goes all the way down there. So this front one we got to trim just a little bit like that. Through the thread. All right, so now we flip this up. We glue it. Go from there. So let's actually flip this down. Put some tape here. We don't get glue where we don't want it. I'm going to come down just an 1/8 of an inch. This will all hand stretch. Cold. But you use a water bottle and you heat it up. Spread the water on it, then you heat it up and you kind of steam it. And what you're doing is like a major steaming in order to get carpet to stretch. And from what I've heard, it works pretty good. I have not tried it. I'm going to on this one, I'm sure. Because I want this to turn out really cool. All right, we're good. Stop talking, Rick. Show you. All right. What I'm thinking is we just kind of roll it. Get that area to stick the best. And then that area, now let's get the glue out of here before we can't. You only need the glue when you're applying the glue. You only need the tape when you're applying the glue. That was easy for you to say. Well, it looks like I got some glue up here, and that comes off with mineral spirits. Some people say WD-40, but mineral spirits is clear, so I don't have to worry about color issues. Okay, now this is where I thought I'd have a hard time, because trying to push that much material down there. Let's see. That worked. Get this nice and tight to that area. Now we did all the wiring and all that stuff prior to this because I didn't want to take a chance of having to rip this up. The carpet had glue on it, but the padding did not. So now we'll push that down, and that's done. And I think we'll do side to side. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side. It's rinse and repeat pretty much. And then we'll come over to this kick panel. All right, so now we're onto this side, the kicker. Okay, so what we need to do is get this up into location. And this corner, this line here sets our height. So now we can go ahead and tape off. And this also gives us something to line up to. I would have rather had this follow the dash a little better, come up here, but it is what it is. This could be how factory is, I don't know. What's good about dry fitting it with the tape first is, and getting the tape in here, is now we can see what we line up to. And it makes it a little bit easier to put the panel in while we've got it sticky. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue it. Okay. The main place you want it to stick is the edges. So normally I would take the tape off and just leave the glue edge, but the tape gives me something to line up to with the panel, because it's kind of sticky and it wants to place exactly where you put it, so I want to make sure that we're able to get it lined up quickly. tape out of here before we plant. Alright, I fed the speaker wire out this seam that they have here. Stretching that up to that upper edge the best I can. All right. That's the way it is. I would have rather this been able to go up higher, but I'm already putting wrinkles in it trying to pull it up. All right. That's the kick panel done. Now comes the fun part, the firewall. All right, the firewall. Now this he didn't cut out for the dimmer switch, but I went ahead and cut a slit in it. That guy in a little car. All right, let's see what we're doing here. This side's going to be the hardest, so let's do that side last. That side's going to be the easiest, but still going to be hardest. It's hard to do. I'm going to put a piece of tape up on the carpet so I can go close to the edge. I don't need to go 100% to the edge because it's not like a peeling edge like this. It's kind of up in there. So, I'm sorry I'm getting in your way. Man, there's going to be some pulling and tugging and stuff in here. All right. All right, time for the fight. Okay, so I don't get such bad wrinkles, I'm gonna do a relief cut in this corner. All right. One side's done. Try to do this in the winter, it might be a lot easier. Okay. When I wake up tomorrow morning, asking why my ribs feel like they're bruised. Tell me that I went 5 rounds with the Volkswagen Bug, and it won by knockout. Time for some glue. All right, front section done. Whew, that was easy. Oh no, it has a nice clean edge. Yeah, that'll look good. Yeah, I think we should do this next. And then here, hold that. Thank you. Then the floorboards will cover all of it. And we'll spray the, they make these shut for a reason, I bet. This hump part, that just goes right there. Okay. All right, I'm not going to glue that very front edge. We'll just glue it in the center and then probably in the deep spots. Now I'm going to pull the shifter off first. Pull that will help a little. I think I want to pull the shifter so that way the carpet goes around it underneath the metal plate. The only other thing we could do would be just fits so tight, it's nice, but I don't know how stock VW was. Not that it's a stock carpet kit anyways. I'll contact Lucas and see what he says. It's his car, his choice. All right, so we talked to the friend, and he said to just let it be over it. We can always trim it and move it later. I'll leave it a little loose around the shifter, just so it's easy to do. Just in case we need to get into the shifter also. This piece will actually have to be pulled off, so probably not doing that much glue to it then. I don't know if they make nice shifter boots for it or anything like that. I don't know. And it's one of those things you don't need a lot of glue. Kind of the weight of the carpet's going to hold itself. All right. I think the best thing to do, let's get these wires out of the way, is to kind of fold it like a taco. Set it down over the center, make sure we're lined up center-wise, and then drop it down in place. Here's our taco. Let's do this. Let's put it over the shifter. Line up the shifter. Now let's play with the other side. Let's stop beating up my spray gun. This is completely under the back seat, so all right. And then we could also make a nice shifter boot that comes up, comes down, covers all this. Just a nice leather one with a magnet plate or weighted plate on it, so it shifts nice. All right. Kind of see the wires in there a little bit, but not bad. All right, I think the next up is the rear wheel wells, which I think is going to be the next hardest part. And then it's a matter of laying all the flat plates down. There it is. That's where the wheel well is. All right. This piece basically goes just like that. Alright, so I think this piece I might get wet and kind of heat gun it. And see if we can't get it to stretch a little bit. I don't like the way this is cut so round here. This would have been better if it was just straight. What I might do is get it to where I'm happy with this top edge and then cut it. Because that much material is trying to wrinkle this. And this definitely has to stretch out. Alright, we can start out by taping where our edge is. I'll put this piece of tape up as a guide. I want that right on the edge of that fender line. That'll be good. That actually can come down even more. And then come down that 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So we'll glue this, put glue on this, and then I'll heat it up, or I'll wet it up, get it wet first, and then we'll do some heating on it, see what we can get done. So I guess I can glue it in the car since there's no carpet around here. Basically what we're doing is we're making steam. See how we did. All right, time to get this one figured out. We got to get it in position. Guess a little bit of heat we did stretch it pretty good, unless this side's different. All right, now we can spray glue. We got spray glue on the panel too, and then we got to wet it. And then heat it up. All right, that's glued up. So we really don't need to let it sit because it's a porous material. I don't know if you're supposed to do backside or front side. I thought he said backside. I think the idea is you're actually turning the water into steam that's on it, and heat at the same time, so it's helping. I can tell you it's making it more humid in here. But this heat gun is barely big enough. Let's try that. Put that in that corner. Okay. All right, now we got to do that relief cut. Fender wells are done. All right, it's a new day. We didn't get the whole carpet kit done in one day, but we got a lot of it done. I think we got the hardest parts done. So now I have to do the back section, the floor, the little tiny part here, and then just the four runners going up the centers. And then as far as I know, that's done. The underneath the trunk bonnet, I guess you'd call it, on a bug. That is, I don't think it glues in. I think that part just kind of sits in there. Tried to kind of fit it a little bit. It's gonna take some love. Don't know if that carpet kit was designed for this style hood prop, so we might have to do some trimming around that, but you guys will see. I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing this in. This is a big piece that goes in here, big square. And I'm gonna pre-glue this and then stick it in there and then flip it up and then glue the panel. That way this will kind of act as a protector for that, and I'm not trying to glue this up against the whole headliner area. So I think I'll just lay this down on the ground outside and throw some glue on it. That seems to be the easiest. So from what I've seen, they tucked the carpet into this area, which is going to be fun on this one. I'll see what I can do. I got padding right up to it, but I think it'll fit in there. Might have to remove the tape first. I don't know. I masked it off thinking I'm gluing up here, but if I have the carpet in here, then I can just, the carpet will act as a mask. I do need my pusher tools. Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure I'm centered first. It does take some doing. All right, now we can flip this up and get some glue on this upper edge. That's all I'm gonna do, just to get it set. Some of that came out. I want to make sure it doesn't happen again. All right, now we can push that down. Problem with tucking the tape sometimes is sometimes when you tuck the tape, when you go to peel it out, it'll be sandwiched in there, and it's really hard to get out. So you got to be careful of that. All right, so now we should be able to flip this up carefully. And then we'll just glue it from that point on, which is about right there. I like to put more glue in the deep areas where the carpet, kind of has to sit hard than anywhere else, because that's kind of where you're stretching the carpet into and you want it to hold well. Go ahead and get all this tape out. Move it to right there. When you do your headliner, make sure you wrap that corner, because it doesn't fit directly in that corner. At least this kit doesn't. Okay, time to get these lower sections in. That one goes in there, that goes there. All right. So I'm thinking there's a left and right one, because one fit better than the other on this side, so we'll see. So, put these in. Test fit this one since there's no glue on it. It'll just lift off. Yeah, these come up pretty high, so I'm going to go ahead and tape. Like I said, I'd like to come in just a 1/4 of an inch. Because I don't want to get glued too far out, just in case. It does clean off the carpet, but if we can avoid putting it on the carpet, why not? it's still wet. I got a little glue on the too far out. I'm going to get some paint thinner and clean that off. To me, the sooner you get on it, the better. Well, it cleans off that easy. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. All glued down. All right. Now on to the other side. This side of the car I don't have much room, so yeah, I got enough. I'll make it work. I could not imagine doing this job with doing spray cans. I do not know if you'd ever get done. That part's in. Now just the front parts. All right, time to get the this front section in. Got the back sections in, and now we got to get this in. So I think I'll put tape around it. All right, now we can lay down some glue. So the drawback of this is if you ever need to work on the shifter, I don't know. You're gonna have to pull. You're gonna have to pull this carpet out, pull that carpet up, or I guess you just cut it and then change the boot style and do a bigger boot. That's probably what I would do. That side's done. Now we can move on to the next side. All right. Okay, this side we gotta do some trimming, because they didn't allow for the pedals. So I'm gonna grab a Sharpie and mark it because I can't get in there easy. let's cut that to the next point. That's our first cut. And second cut. Make sure you're tucked in and where you want to be back here. Okay, so we got that laying down in there. Now what do we need? Now we want to go over to there. Basically there. Come across there. Now I could always find some green vinyl that matches the color close and sew that on, but all right. On to spraying glue. All right. Okay. That's it. The carpet kit's done. Go around, look for any boo-boos. The spray stuff or glue. All right, what do you guys think? Pretty cool. Next up is seat brackets and seat belts. I think that's the next place to start.